We are coming to the final part of our day. It's time now to find out how you, yes, you, point to yourself, how you can engage in this work and find your call to action. At this time, I am happy to welcome Kelsey Visser, PJI project coordinator and the coordinator of this conference. She has led the Resilient Strategic Planning Group over the last year and graciously moved this work forward. She has been a gift to our community, a gift to PJI. Everybody, let's welcome Kelsey.
Hi, everybody. Can you see and hear me fine right now? Will, thumbs up. Can you see my screen okay? Okay, good. Hi, so my name is Kelsey Visser, and I am the project coordinator for the Peace and Justice Institute. I've just been so blessed and lucky to be a part of this work of community resilience in this community since last year after the conference. So my part here today is just offering some invitations about how you all can get involved. And many of you already on this call are heavily involved and have been doing this work for many, many years and decades in the community. So here are just a couple ways that you can get involved as well. But I do want to share just a brief history in case you were not at last year's conference. So people, like I said, have been doing so much work in the community for so many years, but there was a general consensus that not enough people knew about the science of adverse childhood experiences and toxic stress. So the whole community came together and really rallied together, and they put together a huge conference that had over 500 people in attendance, and that was only with 2 months of planning, which was incredible. So that was our 2019 first annual Creating a Resilient Community from Trauma to Healing. And here's a couple pictures of the amazing people that were there. You might be here in this room. I see Safi there, right there in the corner. So I feel sad that we can't be together physically, but I think it's phenomenal that right now we've had 400 people after the lunch break still here today, all day, just here wanting to hear about this topic, wanting to connect, wanting to engage. So it's phenomenal. Here's a couple more pictures from last year. We were able to bring in Dr. Vincent Felitti to come speak to us. So we got to get that baseline of knowledge as a community about what are adverse childhood experiences and how can we move this work forward throughout the year. So we didn't want this work to just end right after the conference and be a one-off event. There was really a consensus that we wanted to move forward together as a community to keep the conversation going, build on the initiatives, have some sort of moving of the needle together as a community between conferences. So a strategic planning committee, strategic planning team was formed, and we came together as a network to collaborate across sectors and communities to transform our region into one of prevention, hope, healing, and resilience for all. I think that's a beautiful mission statement, and everyone came up with it together. So this group has almost 200 members in the community, which is amazing. And we meet every other month. We were meeting in person, but due to the pandemic, we've been meeting virtually. And so our next meeting, I'm going to share all about how you can get involved with that. Our next meeting is going to be in May, and we really invite you to join as a community member because we're always looking to build and grow. And so what I love about this group is that we are sort of breaking down silos between sectors and building something new together in terms of a community vision for community resilience together. So you'll see the 9 different sectors on the screen right now. We have education, government, health and wellness, nonprofit, faith, public safety, criminal justice, business, and child welfare. And we've come up with shared goals together because we really wanted to continue the work of making sure that the community had some sort of base knowledge about ACEs and resilience and trauma-informed practices. So we've been working together to get the word out about that, raising awareness, and really just growing our network together, bringing in more people, more sectors, more voices to the table so that we can actually really make an impact together in the community, which is amazing. So I think together with collective impact, that's where the power is. And I've really loved the relationships, the connections, the shared vision together. So if you want to join the strategic planning group, we'd love to have you. You can just fill out the Google form that's at the link right there. We'll send out all of these links after the conference so you don't have to stress about writing down a weird long link. It's also in the resource networking section, the networking document that you received, and in the chat. And so you can email me at resilience@valenciacollege.edu, and I'll add you directly to the invitation list so you can get that notification and the calendar invite. And on the screen, it says our next meeting is May 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. on Zoom. And we also have a community common read, which is really exciting. So last year we read Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris's book, The Deepest Well, and we came together on Facebook. We were about to have a face-to-face meetup and it had to get canceled due to COVID-19, which is really sad. So now we're ready to go digital. So if you join the community common read, we'll join in the Facebook space, but we'll also have some sort of face-to-face Zoom session so we can actually discuss it together as a group. So we just heard from Dr. Ginsburg in the morning. We're going to start out with his book first so that when he comes back for those next workshops over the summer, we can actually dive in with a greater knowledge together about how we can move his work and his research forward. So we'll be reading his book from May through October. And we all found out it's not quite available yet. It's almost coming out, so he'll let us know when it is available to buy. And then in November through April, we'll be reading Childhood Disrupted by Donna Jackson Nakazawa. So I hope you'll be able to purchase one of those books, check it out from the library if you don't want to buy it, and join the Facebook group. And you'll see the link there, and I'll send that out to you after as well. And then if you are not familiar with ACEs Connection, this is an amazing space. So it's like a social network for people that want to get involved with adverse childhood experiences, trauma-informed practices, and resilience. So there's a national site called ACEs Connection, but we have our own little tiny blog called ACEs Connection Central Florida, which is growing, and you'll all be invited to join that. So on here, you can share research, information, you can make your own blog posts. So for example, I wrote a blog post about my own family and how we're getting through this crisis right now. You can share about yourself if you're a trainer, you deliver workshops in this area, you can share about your profile there. You can also track any trainings that you've done on ACEs Science. You'll see that on the screen, there's a little widget there with a map. You can zoom in and see all the places that ACEs Science workshops have been delivered and kind of see what's missing. Where are we not delivering these workshops? What sectors are missing there? So it's a really great space. So we're trying to really encourage everyone in Central Florida to go on here that's interested in this work so we can all collaborate and discuss things in one place. You can use the little QR reader right there, or we'll send you the link as well. And then I will send out invitations to the next workshops with Dr. Ginsburg and Dr. Ellis. These will be free and open to the public. So we want to make sure that you all are invited, you all are involved. If you want to be a part of the strategic planning group, you'll get the first invite. So definitely join that. And it's very, very, very exciting and such an honor for our community to have both of these people coming back, and Mr. Harrison Newton as well. We love him. And so we lastly want to invite you to participate in a survey, and I want to put a plea out for you to please take this survey seriously, because not only is it about the conference, of course we want to hear if you like the conference or not, but your feedback is going to drive the work of the strategic planning group through the next year. So we want to hear from you. What do you think is important? What are the best practices happening right now? How can we come together as a community after hearing everything we heard today, which is so exciting? We're going to have so much to talk about in May. How do we take all this and actually make it meaningful for our community? So please do take time to fill out the survey. You have until April 28th, and you all received the link. You'll get it again in case you don't have it, in case you didn't get an email, but please take the time to fill that out so we can I'm going to be compiling the data, looking at everything and making sure we can pass on something meaningful to the whole strategic planning group that we can look at and say, okay, we're going to do something with this, and we can move the work forward throughout this year up until the next conference next year. So you are eligible to get a $50 gift card if you fill out the survey. If you filled out the pre-survey, you are eligible for another $50 gift card. If you did not take the pre-survey, you can still take the post-survey. So definitely participate, even if you did not do the pre-survey. There's different questions on part of it. So we'd still love to have that data and feedback. So just lastly, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to the strategic planning team throughout the year, to the conference planning team. All of your wisdom and guidance and support it really moves me, it shapes the work, it made this all possible. So thank you so much for your wisdom and all the friendships that have blossomed through this. I think I feel carried through this crisis knowing that all these people have each other's back. I've been truly inspired by working with this group. And although this really is an unprecedented time in our community, with something I think all of us never could have imagined, I know and I have faith that we can move together to transform our region into one of prevention, hope, and healing for all, as long as we're doing it in partnership. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Kelsey. Bye, Kelsey.
Bye.
Thank you so much for all of that. And I want to assure everyone that everything she just talked about is going to be coming to you in a follow-up email. And people are asking about the links that are being shared. All of that is going to be coming to you in an email, and also the conference packet that you got in the email about today. The information is linked in that packet. It's a PDF, but the links in the PDF are live.